Hey everyone, Creature and Guy here, coming at you with another review, but first, newsflash. Okay, so everyone has been all upset and mad and everything about the fact that they can't find any Reveal the Shield Transformers, or even a lot of the good Generations ones as well. Well, I have something to tell you. The possible reason there may be for this is explaining in better detail on Cybertron.com. Go to the Toys Forum, they got an excellent article about that. But I can tell you right here, and that the long and the short of it is that because back in 2010, the Hasbro team told us that there were going to be lots of totally cool Transformers being released at the end of the year, towards the beginning of 2011. So, and for the most part, that did happen. But the reason is that they're not showing up in retailers is because when the summer movie season starts, there's lots of movies coming out that also have toy tie-ins. So the stores want to capitalize on that by making room for plenty of stock of toys like that. So and then also in the Christmas season, they also have more toys just because it's Christmas. So from Christmas 2010 to summer 2011, there's a gap in there that lets the stores kind of rest a little bit between big events. So when toys are released in that section of the time, like Reveal the Shield was in the second wave of Generations, stores are usually not going to take the time to stock up on those because they think that there's not a movie tie-in and it's not Christmas, so what's the point? That is basically the reason why we haven't been seeing the Reveal the Shield guys or the Generations as well. So that's your reason. Now there's not a remedy to this problem, as far as I know, and as far as anyone knows for sure right now. But I did want to tell you that I have been seeing some more since I last talked about it, and I'm going to tell you exactly what to look out for. Because if I'm seeing it here, then you've got to be seeing it somewhere. Okay, so at Target, I've seen Reveal the Shield. It's the only place I've ever seen it, but I've seen it at Target. I've not seen any Voyager, Scouts, or Legends, but I have seen some deluxes. I've seen Bumblebee, Optimus Prime from G2, which I did a review on, and also Trax as well. Now, those are the only ones I've seen so far, but that's it. And so I wouldn't get your hopes up about seeing any more for a while, but that's what I've seen. Also, check out Toys R Us, because I've seen Scourge and Cup there as well from Generations. I've not seen Wheeljack or anything awesome like that, but I have seen them. And then also at Walmart, I've seen one Cup. And so I wouldn't check Walmart because they have nothing. And now I've seen that that Walmart, Target, and Toys R Us have all put the Dark of the Moon toys out, and they are finally hitting full force on our retailers. So unless they plan to release those Reveal the Shield guys and Generation guys after the movie comes out, which seems very unlikely, then we're screwed. But hey, I'm an optimist, kinda, so maybe we'll see something in the future. But now on to the review, about nothing that anyone ever cares about anymore, but I want to review it because I like it. And that is none other than animated Grimlock. So this is animated Grimlock in his bulkiest and buffiest of forms. I mean, look at him. He's just got a tiny little hips and a humongous bodybuilder body, and it's just like, I mean, look at those giant pecs. But let's take a closer look at this guy. So here we go with Grimlock, and let's look at the points of articulation. First of all, he can move his arms, and they're not, these points up here, I'm not really sure what they're for, but they don't get in the way too much when you're moving them. And I'm usually not too keen on the legs becoming the arms or something like that, but on this, it doesn't get in the way too much. He just gets really, really long arms, or if you can just stand it, and in the instructions say to push this back up, so that gives him a little bit better, but it's not too much. Doesn't do too well, but it does at least able to differentiate a little bit. So starting off with the legs down here, man, look at these giant boots. I mean, it looks like he's wearing giant boots with boot-cut jeans. And you can even power link with a mini-con on there, I found. And on the back, you got all this kibble junk, but it's not too much in the way because, well, face it, I mean, he does turn into a dinosaur, and surely we all should know by now that all Grimlocks and Dinobots in general are going to have some animal kibble junk hanging off the back somewhere. The arms are actually pretty good. They look like they could stand up in a fist fight with somebody. And this, man, look at that sword. Now that is what I call a flame sword. Man, look at that thing. And yeah, that's more like it. Yeah, twisting his wrist right here is going to make it flame out and get even bigger. Or, if you go for the modest style, you can just click it back in there. Cool. But, yeah. And so he's got a swivel joint at his hips here, so we can just, you know, go like, what? 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 Or the spinning twist of death. Or, you know, something like that. And just look at that robot mug there. That's probably one of the best Grimlock robot heads I've ever seen in like my life. He's got this giant underbite with the spiky teeth and this grimacing scowl on his face that just makes you know that he wants to kill you and eat your brains. So robot mode, pretty cartoon accurate, actually spot on actually, and as far as it just being a plain old Grimlock goes, it's actually pretty awesome. I mean, better than G1 in articulation and just overall looks wise. I don't know about Masterpiece, I don't know, I just tend to kind of like this guy. This robot mode, just let's look for Grimlock, it just looks right. So how does this dinosaur mode hold up? So here we go, dinosaur mode, pretty okay. Transformation on this guy is actually fairly easy, and it's not really all that difficult to do. But, of course, that means that you're going to have some sort of thing that's going to make this go wrong, and that is when you have a visible head under here. But I can't give it off too much. I can't get off too much for that, because this is awfully one of the coolest dinosaurs I've seen in a long time. And this thing totally pulls off the whole, now, you know, generally more realistic way of Tyrannosaurus, how it might have looked, with the big undercarriage down here and overall just kind of humped over, and when he falls over it kind of looks like a beached whale. See, the thing about the old Grimlock is that it really couldn't stand over like that and not look ridiculous, but this one, which is more modern anyway, so it just looks right. And it also looks kind of mechanical too, because you got the vents on here and the vents on the side here. It just looks cool. And once again, he's got his underbite here with the giant scary face. But this is a really cool dinosaur mode. And on the back here, you got a little button that you just go yum 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 yum. Grimlock. I can't really do it. And then next to his little Dinobot buddy down here, Snarl or Slag. Yeah, looks pretty good. Looks pretty in scale and everything. They look great together. In Dino mode. This one, not so much. But that's the thing about this guy, is that not only does he have a really great and very solid robot mode, but his alt mode, being a dinosaur, is actually pretty cool as well. Whereas Snarl did have a pretty cool dinosaur mode, but his alt robot mode was just so weird that this one does not have the same problem. It is definitely an all and completely awesome Grimlockness. Sure, if you're walking under him and you just look up and see a robot head there, well, sure, you know. So, the point is that if Grimlock wants his robot head to be shown, then Grimlock can have his head to be shown. Because no one messes with the lock. So yeah, if you haven't gotten this guy already, then you definitely should. You're probably not going to find him in stores, so you're going to have to get him over the internet. Of all the Grimlocks out there, other than G1 and Masterpiece, of course, I'd say this is definitely the best. A whole lot better than that strange Velociraptor Classics looking one. So I'd definitely say go for this guy. And that's about it. So keep an eye out for those Reveal the Shields, keep an eye out for Generations, keep an eye out for this guy on eBay, because he will be raising in price. And I'll see you later.